Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be on the way very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. And here we have Senegal against Ecuador. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And here is the national anthem of Ecuador. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Senegal. Here are the lineups we've just been given. So off we go then. Decent ball.
Ambitious to say the least. He seemed to be in a hurry to get that in.
Pumps it forwards. Oh, well played, he saw that coming. Zabali. Looks like a good ball through. Mena. Caicedo. Who's going to make this theirs? Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Now the pass. In for a header! He's done very well to get to that.
Keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him. Well, I think the early signs have been very...
Goal! Ecuador! The breakthrough strike!
Well, that defence just wasn't expecting their midfield to mess up then, so when they did, they were caught completely cold by such a swift breakaway and such a well-worked finish too.
Ecuador have an early lead. Good start. Zabali. Tries to dink it in. Well positioned to make that interception. Lopi. Spoon forward.
Sa. Sima.
Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Oh, that's a waste.
Sek.
With the ball through. Has a hit! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
And it just goes to show you how effective those through balls can be. All it needed was a better execution.
Ball is over the line. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Sa battles to win it back. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Sa.
Caicedo concedes a free kick for that. Lopi looks to dink one in. They've managed to get it away.
Sek. Hincapi.
Comes sliding in.
Sa. Tiara.
Zabali gets it into the middle. Tries the route one option. And that'll be the last act of the first half.
Not the most convincing of displays. They can certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence and not rush into mistakes.
And we're off again.
Senegal need to get the balance right to sort this out.
And he has been fouled there. Aimed long and direct. Now here's the through ball. A chance! Turns and goes back. Danger averted for now.
Sa. Mena.
Lopi.
Tiara.
Thrust towards the front line.
Mena.
Looking to get on the end of this. And the keeper's in command.
Sa.
And he's made certain that won't get through. Tries a through ball.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one.
Tiara.
Jackson plays it out to the wing. Goes long and forward. Caicedo pumps it upfield. Oh, quick thinking by the keeper, he did well.
Rodriguez. Mena.
Looking to get on the end of this. Lopi is being picked on here.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and that's one way of ensuring it.
Goes long. Oh, good interception. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Going for goal! Oh, and that should have been two.
Oh, it should have been the clincher, Peter, and he'll be kicking himself for not taking the pressure off.
Koulibaly.
Lopi, aimed long and direct. Are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Their attitude has been absolutely fantastic. This is all about never say die.
Oh, off the bar! Ecuador look as though they're about to make a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Hit into the middle. And back out it comes. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Ecuador have a sub ready to come on.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Looks to slip it through. Crosses it in. Goalkeeper's ball. Tries to get it forward quickly. Deftly done. And he's there to hoof it away. The final whistle. Always in the balance, and in the end, one goal was enough. They are narrowly beaten.
Listen, they had plenty of time to overcome the setback, but for me, they never quite had enough adventure in their play to get back into that one.
So that's it from us. Many thanks go to Jim Beglin, and goodbye from us. The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. And our live game is Senegal against Scotland. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
The crowd rises for the national anthem of Scotland. Crowd rises for the national anthem of Senegal. The lineups, we can have a look at them now. And that gets things running. Koulibaly, out wide to the right. Looks to slip it through. And that should be the keeper's. Knocks it towards the front. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Thrust towards the front line. A long ball, but not especially accurate. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy.
Sek. Sarr.
With the ball through. Clears it out of harm's way. Early ball.
Lopi.
Pings it out wide. It's a great ball.
Lopi.
Hits one! And the ball's come out.
Senegal have taken on a right-sided bias. It would seem a pre-planned tactic. Well, I suppose you could say that, yeah, there's been a more pronounced threat down that side, but how long will they be able to avail of it? You know, surely there's going to be a reaction at some stage, and they're going to have to come up with another little solution. Scotland, they're going to have to do some adjusting now to try and contain this threat. Someone's going to have to take charge of defensive duties and sort this out.
Tries a through ball, crossed in. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Aimed long and direct.
Lopi.
Tries a long pass towards the front. Nicely measured pass. And the flag has stayed down.
Zabali.
Pushes it out wide.
Tiara. Sima.
Well played, he saw that coming. It's come loose.
Sarr. Sarr.
Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. And there is the half-time whistle. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. So deadlock still as the second half begins. Jackson.
Jackson can't hurt you with his back to goal, and I think if they can keep him facing in that direction, then the only thing he can do really is to just lay the ball off, and he's not really going to cause much trouble if he continues doing that. So I think they're defending him very, very well.
Koulibaly
Gets it back.
Diarra. Lopi. Sarr. Lopi.
Now the pass. Sack! Oh, terrific run to latch onto it, but the finish is all wrong.
Oh, he can't be happy missing that after being put clean through. That's about as good a chance as you can get.
Sek.
Passes it through. Good clearance and very necessary.
Diarra.
Goes long and forward. Hits it! He's got away with one there.
Adams.
Makes himself available.
Sarr.
Someone looks like he's in need of protection here.
Well, he's obviously been identified as a menace, and they're dealing with him accordingly. I think we can expect more of the same.
McTominay. McTominay is fouled. Turnbull! That's a fine save.
Well, what a tester for the goalkeeper, because it was struck with real venom, and I thought he dealt with it really well.
Now it's Adams.
Turnbull gets it back.
Diarra.
Scotland have made it clear what they're trying to do for me, Peter.
What are they trying to do?
Well, I think they're making the pitch as big as possible to work both flanks into better supply routes.
Diarra.
Jackson looks to thread it through.
Sek.
Looking to get on the end of this. That's not going to find its target. Turnbull plays it long. Well positioned to make that interception.
Sima.
Looks like a good ball through. Big chance! That's gone a long way up and away.
Well, this is when your experienced players should come to the fore. They've got to help them keep it better than this.
Battles to win it back. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. The shot's on! Big relief, it just needed better contact. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Koulibaly.
Into stoppage time, and it is still goalless.
Zabali. Sek.
Passes it through. McTominay with a delicate ball, and he's made certain that won't get through. And that's that. And stalemate. One, if not for fans, then perhaps for coaches, satisfied by organisation and solidity. Little cutting edge at either end, and it finishes 0-0. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think they'll be a little irked by the fact that they had control for
So a warm welcome to you all. We will be on the way very shortly once all the pleasantries are complete. And our live game is Newcastle United against Middlesbrough. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Here are the lineups we've just been given. So we're up and running.
Well, the atmosphere in this stadium is so highly charged, you get the feeling we're in for something really meaty. Aggression will feature heavily over the next 90 minutes. If you're squeamish, look away.
Vandenberg. Neto. Big chance here. Looks to slip it through. Forward it goes. Cuts it out. Gordon. Tries a through ball. Aimed long and direct. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Elanga passes it through. Great ball, and now the shot! Goal! Newcastle!
Newcastle United are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Newcastle United get themselves into the lead.
Still a fragile lead though, they can't afford to sit on this.
And that's been repelled. Gets it back. Tries to get it forward quickly. Gordon boots it upfield. Looks to dink one in. Done very well to intervene. Ealing Jr. Out to the left it goes. Played into the middle. And back out it comes. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Looks like a good ball through. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. Elanga plays it long. Whistle goes, he's been given offside.
He may have been caught offside, but that's his game. He plays on the shoulder of the last defender and hopes to time it right, Peter.
Now the pass. Played out to the right. Firmly met. Hits it! Sticks it away! They are right back in business.
An exhibition in how to finish with a minimum of fuss.
The Bora grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
It's pulsating, it's absorbing, and it's hugely entertaining. Every single player is giving everything.
Plays it out to the wing. Gordon. And the cutback. Tries the volley. Saved only by poor finishing. Morris. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. And there's the end of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, we thought this would be close, Peter, and it's proving us right so far. They're well matched, and it presents a fascinating battle of wits to see who'll emerge on top or otherwise.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So what now? Has a swing at it! Good clearance and very necessary. Oh, good steal, he just read it. Oh, good interception. Tries a through ball. Ramsey gets it away. Hall. The Teessiders are looking to build on the point they picked up in an admirable underdog performance last time. Ayling battles to win it back. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Looks to slip it through. Now here's the through ball. Elanga, who's steaming forward, crosses into the box.
Ambitious to say the least, he seemed to be in a hurry to get that in.
And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. That has put a stop to that. Livramento, who's going to make this theirs? spoon forward. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Newcastle have anticipated an aerial bombardment.
Just looks like mass defence.
Yeah, it's a case of needs must at certain times, Peter, and they have to respond to what's being asked of them.
Hall. Livramento pumps it upfield. Well played, he saw that coming. Morris. Force is on the end of some really on... Goal! Bora! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, you've got to say the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
Final checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Middlesbrough go into the lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Belanga knocks it towards the front. The Bora just have to run down the clock. And that wasn't far away.
And that was more than a decent attempt. Perhaps it deserved better too.
Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Neto. Surely! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So that's it, it is all over. The Teessiders have done it in dramatic fashion. A massive test of character, and they passed it with flying colours. A truly outstanding comeback by any measure. Well, how will we look back on that?
Middlesbrough made their intentions clear that nothing else but a win would do. These games are always tough.
The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. And here we have Middlesbrough against Fulham. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
So the two starting lineups. So it's away we go then.
Smith. Flores.
Chip through.
Chukwuemeka. Rodrigo Muniz.
Middlesbrough will certainly be confident after that win in the local derby. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Floats one over. Battles to win it back. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Done very well to intervene. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance.
Morris.
They've managed to get it away.
No efforts on target is acceptable if levels of enthusiasm and energy are good, and they're not.
Flores.
Tries a through ball. He slid it through. In again. And the keeper's in command. Smith goes on an adventurous run. The Cottagers with a lucky escape, one inadvertent touch to the rescue.
Well, what can you say about that? It's difficult to know whether to criticise or sympathise. I'll favour the latter because we've all done it. You take your eye off the ball and everyone feels let down.
Reed. Chukwuemeka. Castagna. Chukwuemeka.
Oh, good interception. Fulham have a free kick. Struck first time. That had everyone off their seats.
Well, I think the keeper knows all too well that there was no getting anywhere near that. That's a big escape.
Morris.
Good idea, just poorly executed. Coaxed out to the wing. Cuts it back. Not this time.
Yeah, they had lots of options in the box there. They've got plenty to chew on at the moment, but no bite.
The defence can get it clear. Massive leap! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
I think he's done very well to get into such a good position in front of goal, but he just couldn't put in the telling touch.
Anderson.
And the whistle goes for half-time. The midway point of the game.
Middlesbrough ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Middlesbrough playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
Has gone out. Ealing Jr.
Reed.
Gets good distance on it. The Cottagers look as though they're about to make a change. Fulham, whose manager was the brains behind the last win.
Well, Peter, he was lauded by the media, and quite rightly too. I think what he did was clever and decisive, and it just goes to show how tactically astute he is.
Out to the left it goes. The Cottagers have just about everyone back and central.
Yeah, clearly they're trying to show strength to what the opposition have seen as a weakness.
It's a safety-first approach.
Castagna.
Talk about singling someone out.
Well, they would seem to have made the right choice to dampen the creative spark here.
Flores goes long and forward. Chukwuemeka tries a long pass towards the front. Smith Rowe. Smith. Knocks it towards the front.
Chukwuemeka. Rodrigo Muniz.
Plays it out to the flank. A chance! Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Now the pass. That intervention was very necessary.
Rodrigo Muniz.
It's intriguingly poised for me, and players are thinking, well, should we stay or should we go? I'd like to think fortune favours the brave, and I'm urging them to be bold and go for it.
Out towards the flank. Lovely bit of skill.
Fry. Flores.
Ealing Jr. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
It's a pity he slightly mistimed his run. Maybe he wasn't expecting the ball to come his way as fast as it did.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Fry.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Fry.
Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. And that's that. Well, it looked 0-0 from a fair way out. Little craft or guile or penetration. Defence is largely untroubled. It's goalless. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think they'll be a little irked by the fact that they had control for good periods of the game and didn't do enough to turn that control into victory.
Quick settings pane, accessibility, button, 1 of 7. Desktop list, OBS Studio, 25 of. Game bar window, game launcher, 1 of 6. Magnifier updates window, next, Pro Evolution Soccer 2017 window. Desktop list, OBS Studio, 25 of 33, non-selected, Pro Evolution Soccer 2017 window. Start window.
Hello and
Start
welcome to everyone
desktop
across the
list,
globe. We should be on the way very shortly.
Desktop list.
The players will be
Start
with us
window,
anytime
search
now.
search window,
The team
search
set,
box,
Crystal
Pro
Palace
Evolution Soccer
against Middlesbrough.
2007
Peter
OBS
Drury, and next to me providing
3.0.4,
insights will be
profile,
Jim Begley.
pop-up window,
Thanks for that,
view,
Peter. I'm, more than
pop-up
ready to
window,
get going here.
pop-up window, view, desktop list, settings window, search box, find a setting, edit, scale, warning icon. You shouldn't change these settings unless you need. Desktop list, recycle bin, 1 of 33, non-selected.
Here are the lineups we've just been given.
Settings window, custom scaling, edit, 100 to 500.
There's the whistle.
Text size, slider at 100%.
Well, I really like the look
Desktop
of this fella,
rename,
Jeremy Pino,
menu item,
who
1 of
definitely has
desktop
that
list,
sense of
recycle bin,
smartness about him.
1 of
He
33,
plays with a
non-selected,
great sense of
recycle
audacity
bin,
and
1 of
personality.
33,
And
selected.
He himself has stated how proud he is of his street football roots, so this guy can go places.
Okay, interesting. Oh, good interception. Ball's out once more.
Narrator window heading level 1, exiting narrator.
The Eagles are having a tough week. It is a crazy schedule for them.
Yeah, it's a tough spell, and guarding against fatigue for the players is key now. Tiredness can be the blame for more injuries, so it's an opportunity for the manager to shuffle his pack.
Lofted into the middle. He was well picked out, just needed a better finish.
Well, if only the calibre of the finish was as high as the calibre of the supply. I mean, that was a beautifully played cross, and it really should have seen something better on the end of it. Well, that should set them on their way and get into a nice rhythm. The early signs are very encouraging now.
Kamada.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty box.
Tries to dink it in. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Hits one! And that really should have hit the net.
Yeah, high and pretty harmless, but as long as he learns his lesson, I think next time his focus has got to be on just keeping it down.
Bino with a long pass. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Ailing.
Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Can he put it away? Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. And he's there to make a great save.
Much more than a routine save for me, and yet he just coped with room to spare.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? Great reaction! Oh, great save, real class!
The keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him.
Away from immediate danger. Lenihan.
Ailing.
Oh, well played, he saw that coming. Tries a through ball. Morris. He's away! Passes it through. The shot's on! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. So we reach the halfway point.
Middlesbrough ended that first half in such, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Middlesbrough playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
Munoz. Kamada.
Gets it back. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Aimed long and direct. He's done well to tidy up the situation. So we've reached the hour mark. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Neto. Doucouré pumps it upfield.
Ayling.
Battles to win it back.
Ayling.
Who's going to make this theirs? It's pretty clear that he's being singled out.
Well, closing him down first, Peter, is a very necessary step in preventing them from building attacks.
Looks like a good ball through. They've managed to get it away. Out of play for a throw. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Doucouré.
Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
Yeah, the communication lines were working really well, but the supply line just had a bit of a blockage.
Spreads it wide. Gets his head to it! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Crystal Palace had players queuing in the box in that situation, and they've still got nothing to show for it. What a complete and utter waste.
Spoon forward. Morris. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Munoz tries to get it forward quickly. Crystal Palace. And that will be the final act. Well, a frustrating game for attackers on either side. They hardly had a sniff. Defence is broadly in charge, and it has finished goalless. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there were times when they looked like